Smart Blur is an AI-powered plugin that enhances videos with advanced cinematic blur effects. In this tutorial, we'll demonstrate how the plugin works in Final Cut Pro, but it's also available for After Effects, Premiere Pro, and Motion with a similar workflow. Let's start with Action Blur. This effect creates a dramatic zoom blur, perfect for dynamic and fast-paced scenes. To apply Action Blur, drag and drop the Action Blur effect onto your clip. Watch as the AI detects the main subjects of the scene, creating a stunning zoom blur that enhances the sense of motion. I will adjust the shrink mask parameter to enhance the overall look. Now, to keep the focus on the motorcycle rider, I will move the blur center to him. I can do this manually or tick a checkbox to enable automatic blur center object tracking. To use this option, I need to run the object detector by pressing the Detect button. Okay, looks good. Now, I will switch on the mask preview to check how it looks. After running the detector, I can also enable the Spotlight mask option. The Spotlight mask might be useful for creating an additional area of sharpness around the main object. And here is the final result. Looks awesome. The Spotlight mask also comes in handy when the automatic detection of the main object's contours struggles. For example, in cases where objects are not large and contrasting enough to be properly detected in real time. In these cases, we can disable the contour mask and rely solely on the Spotlight mask. The next effect we have is motion blur. This effect adds directional blur to convey movement while keeping your subject sharp. It has almost the same workflow as the action blur. The only difference is that it does not have the blur center parameter. Instead, it has a blur angle parameter. Now, let's look at object focus. This effect isolates your subject, keeping it in sharp focus while softly blurring the background. The workflow for this effect is pretty much the same as with the previous two effects. Straight out of the box, it looks cool but unrealistic. As you can see, only the main object in the scene is in focus, while the ground below it is blurred. To fix this and add realism, we will apply a spotlight mask. I will adjust the spotlight mask to cover the ground around the main object. Perfect. Now it looks a lot better. Finally, we have depth of field. This effect uses AI to simulate realistic camera depth of field, accurately blurring background and foreground elements based on depth prediction. The first thing I will do after applying the effect is turn on the mask preview. Then, I will adjust the nearest and farthest focus points. Since the AI calculates the depth for each frame individually, you may notice that the mask is not perfectly stable. However, when I turn off the mask preview, it is not always noticeable. To make it even less noticeable, we can add more edge feathering to the mask. As a result, we achieve a beautiful cinematic effect. Discover the power of Smart Blur and transform your creative vision today. Try it for free on FX Factory.